All right, all right, all right. Good evening, guys. Come on in. Let me pull up my notes, and also I'm going to go back and make sure you guys can actually see me in here, because that's very important. All right, let's see. It's important that I'm in the right group. That's very important. Okay, awesome. So we are live. I'm going to give it a few seconds for you guys to pop on in here. For those of you who are joining me for the 5-day Courageous Boot Camp. And I was trying to be cute, but these earrings are, this one is driving me crazy, so to speak. So I'm going to just go ahead and take these off. So as you pop on, go ahead and say your name and where you're tuning in from this evening. If you would, please, and thank you. Good evening. And for those of you who are not catching this live and you might be catching a replay, do me a favor, hashtag replay, leave comments or whatever, and I'll make sure I come back and address those or address any questions that you may have over any of the material that I cover tonight and stuff. So I just want to do a little bit of housekeeping. For those of you who get on here, definitely invite your friends. It's not too late. If you have a business bestie or someone who has been playing it small and can definitely use a push to their next level, to go ahead and join us inside this 5-day be courageous, goal setting boot camp. And this is for female entrepreneurs. It doesn't necessarily have to be a business goal, right? But for female entrepreneurs who know what it is that they want. They have a specific goal that they want to achieve over the next 90 days. And I'm going to help you create the blueprint, the foundation to actually make that happen. Okay, so just a little bit of housekeeping before we get started. You want to make sure you have paper. You're going to need a calendar during this challenge. And if you didn't officially sign up for the challenge and you're part of the Facebook group, or maybe you're catching this one over on YouTube, because I am doing some teasers over there, you want to download the one-page 90-day roadmap, right? This isn't necessarily needed for the challenge, right? But it will help you to be able to take this challenge part to the next level, right? Because the the roadmap goes into more detail, kind of like what we're covering during these next 5 days that we are together. So let me see. So to download the roadmap, I'm posting that in the group as well, okay? So you can be able to, to access that. All right. And like I said, don't hesitate to invite a friend. And as you jump on, say hi. And because of sake of time, I like to get started on time and stuff. So as you jump in, say hi, hashtag replay, all those different things, invite a friend. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get started because I'm excited to be able to share this information with you. And like I said, I don't believe in fluff or any of that. I like to get straight to the point. For those of you who are new to me, my name is LaKeisha Hankins. I am your Be Courageous Accountability and Mastermind Coach. And I work with high-level achieving female entrepreneurs who are ready to take their goals, their life, their business to the next level, right? And they need some tools, maybe some tips on how to accelerate that success. So if that is you, I am your girl, and all I attract is high achieving women. So if you're a part of my Female Entrepreneurs Accountability Mastermind, I truly believe you attract your vibe. So I'm excited about the ladies that are in there, how they've been going after their goals and crushing their goals. Hey, Lee, thank you for joining. Welcome. So I'm excited. If you haven't already, you definitely want to grab pen, piece of paper. I didn't create like worksheets for this particular, challenge, because it's only 5 days, and I believe in rinse and repeating if something is successful, right? And I wanted to make sure that I bring you guys value that's going to get you the most impact, to get you the most results in a short period of time. So I will be rinsing and repeating this as necessary, taking out or changing, tweaking, you know, all that good old stuff, right? Just based off of feedback and based off the results. So I think I went over to housekeeping. There are going to be some giveaways. I do have some giveaways that I am giving throughout this challenge starting tomorrow. So for those of you who invite people, those of you who show up and do the work, you know, things of that sort, participation. And you doing the work is just going to move you closer to you achieving your goal, right? So it's a win-win situation. I get your feedback. Get to see what works, what does not work for you, you know, those different things, and be able to really just truly help you accomplish your goals, right? Because that's really what my whole, you know, mission is, right? Because if I show up and I do that, if I help one person, 3 people, mission accomplished. Okay, so today is all about creating your vision for your life, right? So it's all about your goals and your vision for your life. So we're going to talk about really what it is that you want and how to get there. So today, like I said, is all about your goals and your vision. And I hope you ladies are ready. I know Lee said she's ready. So I'm excited. I'm ready, right? So the foundation of your success is really deciding what it is that you want and knowing that there are no limits on what you can achieve, whom you can be, what you can do, and what you can have. Now, if you truly believe that you can be, do, and have whatever it is that you want, I want you to put that in the comments and stuff, right? So, of course, you know, sometimes when you say this, people are like, okay, you know, you sound like kind of like every other coach out there or whatever when you say that, you know, or you sound a bit crazy when people say you can have what you want. But, you know, I really believe that you can have that. I believe as adults, we overcomplicate the process because our perfectionist clicks in, fear, you know, all these different things. But if you want to be wealthy, it can be done. If you want to have a healthier body, sure, that's no problem. You want to travel the world, you can do that too, right? So I believe you can truly accomplish anything that you want. And like I said, it may sound so far-fetched, but it's not. And I promise you that it's not fluff because, again, I'm a girl who does not believe in fluff. And it's possible, and it's been proven, and there's evidence all around you that it works, okay? So we see this every day, you know, different successful people having success in, you know, so it's evidence. That's proof. That's proof to us that this can be done. Like, you know, so it's not something brand new or anything of that sort. And of course, we're going to talk about some mindset and some different things of that aspect as we move further along in this challenge. So yes, you definitely can be, do, and have what it is that you want. So I'm excited about that. So the thing is, you can accomplish these things, but you have to decide what it is that you really want. You have to, you know, I said it was going to be 3 things. Decide what you really want. The second thing is determine how much you have to pay to get that thing. And then the third thing is you then have to pay the price. So what I mean by that, let's say, you know, I like to use the goal of, you know, being wealthy, you know, because a lot of entrepreneurs, that's their goal, to be able to make more money. So if you want to be wealthy, what will you have to pay in terms of hours, work, dedication, and focus? Because, you know, these are some things that are required. You know, those are some elements that are required when it comes to, you know, hitting your goals. It's going to require you to be dedicated. It's going to require some time. It's going to require some investment. So, you know, what it is that you're going to have to pay in terms of those things, right? And then, you know, the goal, if you want to have a healthier body, what will it cost you in terms of conditioning your mindset? Conditioning your mindset also goes back to the whole wealth thing, right? Cost you in terms of like exercise, eating healthy, and dedication, you know, all these different things. If you want to travel more, what will it require for you to make that possible? You know, so maybe your goal is to travel more once we come out of this whole COVID lockdown and all these different things, right? So what is that going to require? So, and then once you've calculated those things, you simply begin to pay down the cost of the goal. And the way you pay down the cost of the goal is by taking action. So we're going to talk about that more specifically tomorrow, because we can sit here and dream, plan, and all these different things, but if you don't execute, nothing happens. So everything, you know, that's kind of like where the rubber meets the road, so to speak, right? Everything begins with your thoughts, and then your thoughts lead to your action. So you have to take action. And that's a lot of times where people get to the place where they're not taking action, or maybe they're doing the wrong things. and it's not necessarily generating results. So we're going to talk about that, more so tomorrow. Okay. So what is some things, for this, we're getting ready to go into kind of like to the last, gosh, is it 6 weeks? I can't even remember how many weeks. I looked at this earlier. Let's say, to the end of the year, what is it that you would like to achieve by the end of the year? And if you don't mind, share with me your goal in the comment. It could be just one specific goal, and let me know, too, because what I find a lot of times is sometimes we're not consistent with writing out our goals, getting them out of our head onto paper. So let me know if you have your goals written out for the next, next 90 days, 12 weeks, so to speak. Because what I've seen are, statistics tell us only 3% of people actually have their goals written down. So let me know, do you have your goals actually written down? I'll give you guys a second. And my replay viewers, I want you to participate in this too as you come back, as you jump on. So Lee, we're gonna change that. You got to get those goals written down, right? Got to get them out of your head onto paper, because that's going to help you begin to, stay focused and things of that sort, and actually be able to track your results, what's working and what's not working, so that you can rinse and repeat. So not only do we have to get them out of our head onto paper, we have to make sure we have SMART goals. And I'm pretty sure each of you that have listened to this know what a SMART goal. A SMART goal is something that's specific, it's measurable. We're gonna work through that issues. You're part of this accountability group, so I'm gonna hold you to that. So I'm looking forward to seeing your goals written on paper and stuff, right? Even if it's just 1 to 3 goals that you want to focus on over, for the next 90 days. I'm looking forward to seeing it. So looking forward to seeing what you do in these next 5 days within this challenge as well. So not only are they written down, they are SMART. So they are specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and can be done in a timely time. You can track it and things of that sort. And then you're accountable to those goals, right? So when I say accountable means that you are going to own it. You're going to own that goal, and to own it means to show up and actually do the work. So making sure that, hey, they're written down and you have SMART goals. So when I say a SMART goal, so like if your goal was to be healthier, that's not a SMART goal. You can't really measure health, but you can measure, okay, losing, 10 pounds. That would be, what's the outcome? So when I say, what is your goal? What is the outcome that you're looking for? So I want you to be specific. And then for the sake of this challenge, what is one specific goal you can realistically achieve within the next 5 days? What is something that you need to get done? Something that you know that you need to focus on that will move the needle in your business. And I want you to share your goal, because that's what I'm going to hold you accountable to this week. So again, what's one specific goal you can realistically, even if you don't achieve it during these next 5 days, but you begin to focus on it and begin to take results on it, and that's going to actually move the needle in your business. And I want you to share your goal in the comments below. So I'm gonna wait a second while y'all do that, and let me know if I'm talking too fast, y'all, because y'all know when I get excited, I talk fast naturally, but when I'm excited, I really talk fast. So I'll be having to slow down and pace myself, things of that sort. And, usually I'd be like, y'all better listen fast. Y'all better catch up. But no, honestly, share with me one specific goal that you would like to accomplish or begin to focus on the next 5 days. Okay. And that is, so much very important, because that stops you from getting distracted and all these kind of different things, and helps you be able to, focus. That is like one of my key words that I have to tell myself constantly: focus, kind of thing. Because it's so easy to get distracted when you have so many creative ideas. So Lee says, she says 2, write down 1 goal and 2 needed to reach out to 5 people today and have more realistic conversations. All right, and then finish your nonprofit paperwork. Okay, Jackie, I see you. All right, so cool. So that is your goal that you can accomplish during the next you know, within these next 5 days. So once you do that, right, you've narrowed down that one goal and it's something realistically that you can begin to do. And then again, we talked about getting out of your head onto paper. What is your why? Okay, so this is your compelling vision. And I want you to think about what you truly want to achieve, right? So you have to have a compelling vision for your life. Like, you know, Jackie, why do you want to create this nonprofit? Lee, what is your business? I can't remember what your business is again, but what is the reason why your compelling vision behind that? Is it to leave a legacy? Is it to create income? And if it's to create income, be specific about what it is that you want to create. Don't just be like everybody else and be like, I want to create 6 figures. 6 figures is not hard to do, but you want to be specific on what it is that you want. Don't just put it out there because that's what you hear the masses and everybody saying. Is it to create an impact? Is it, you know, time freedom? What is the why behind you wanting to achieve this goal? Like, what is it going to do not only for you, because a lot of times our goals are tied, you know, to other people. How is it going to benefit them? So begin to think about those, you know, those things. Write those questions down. Of course, you know, with this boot camp, there's only so much we can do online at a time. But this is to, you know, to get that thought process, you know, going, get that thought process moving and stuff. And of course, I'll share, you know, the questions that I asked. I'll share those in the comments in the room before we wrap up this evening and things of that sort. Okay, so finish our nonprofit paperwork, and then Lee says, okay, realtor. Okay, that's what it was. I couldn't remember. I think we have a couple of realtors in the group, so I just wanted to make sure. So, okay, so I'm going back real quick, looking at what your goal was. So for the realtor, write down your goals and reach out to 5 people a day and have more real estate conversations. Okay, perfect. All right, so like I said, as you're working through your goals, right, there's going to be some things that are going to come up, such as fear, the beliefs that you aren't ready, or that you aren't good enough, or that you don't know enough, right? You might feel like you don't have enough knowledge or expertise in this area, but this vision, the vision that you have, like we talked about, as far as, you know, your why, is going to propel you, and that's what's going to keep you in the game. Okay. So making sure that if you didn't, okay, so Lee has hers down to be financially secure and not to have to rely on your corporation to support your family. And then you don't have to put it in the comments, but what is the dollar amount that is needed for you to feel financially secure? Okay, so you don't have to write that, you don't have to share it or whatever, but write that down in your what's name, because I want you to be specific on what it is that you need to actually achieve. Okay. So, and then, you know, a lot of times as entrepreneurs, of course, we're always so focused on, you know, business goals, but I believe, you know, there are 7 areas of our life, right? Because you don't want to be, you have all this great money, but you don't have the health to be able to enjoy it. So when I'm working with my clients, even though we're working on, you know, their business goals, we look at the 7 different areas of their life, which are your spiritual, your health, your family, relationships, finances, career, and social life. Because maybe you can only work on 1 or 2 business goals, but there are some other goals that you could work on. You know, it's like for your spiritual life, you know, having being more connected with God, you know, health, exercising more, eating right, chasing your eating habits, whatever. You know, if you have some goals around that area that you want to set, family, you know, spending more time with your family, your children, your spouse, you know, whatever. Even reaching out and communicating, connecting more with family that you maybe don't keep in touch with, things of that sort. You know, your relationships with, you know, other people, your finances. So those are some things also that you could begin to look at. So of course, I'm going to do a recap, put some things in the comments of the what's the name. So I'll make sure I put that in there too, right? But you want to take those in consideration And one of the reasons I say that is because a lot of time, yes, I will. I'm actually going to I'll drop those 7 in the comments real quick. So, right. So when you're looking at those, because a lot of times as entrepreneurs, we set all these, business goals. And what happens is we become overwhelmed with trying to do so much in one area at one specific time. But it's possible to, hey, work on your business and work on this health goal and do this thing over here without burning yourself out, and actually begin to be able to see, some changes in those areas of your life. So I truly believe that that's possible, right? That you can do that, not everything should just be focused and consumed on business, because we build our business around our lifestyle. So these other things are important, to, take into consideration when you're, setting your goals. So I have a question for you guys. What do you think is the number one thing you have to sacrifice in order to be able to reach your goals? What would you guess? Who is that says, hey, boo, because you're not on StreamYard. Hey, Stephanie. Hey. All right. So what do you think in order for you to be able to hit your goals that you are going to have to sacrifice? And I'm going to tell you what that one thing really is. Nothing. Okay. So I'm going to say the number one thing you have to sacrifice is change. You have to sacrifice being uncomfortable, because sometimes in order for you to hit your goals, it's going to require you to move out of your comfort zone. And change can be uncomfortable, painful at times. But like I said, if you have that compelling vision, the vision is worth it. Okay. What are you willing to endure for? So that's why it's important to have compelling vision, because if your vision is not compelling enough, and you're not getting results, or things are not beginning to happen in your business, you're not seeing the things move, then you're more likely to give up on that goal. Okay. And there's a difference between giving up on the goal or changing the way that you get there. Yes, time, yes. And that's part of it, So it's important that your vision is very compelling, so that you don't give up, and then you don't put it on a back burner, and then you find yourself, 3-6 months from now starting over. Because when you're called to do something, or you're very passionate about something, guess what? That thing is always in the back of your mind, or it comes and resurfaces as a reminder of where you could have been if you did not give up. The biggest thing that holds you back is stepping outside of your comfort zone. So you are in the right groups. I believe in positive peer pressure. We will push you out of your comfort zone and stuff, right? Because nothing ever comes to you playing in your comfort zone. Yes, you achieve some success, but what are you truly capable of? And I think that's really what holds people back, is because they don't do exactly what it is that they are capable of. I believe we are all capable of so much more. And that's why it helps being in environments like this with other people who are like-minded and who are going to hold you accountable to your goals, your dreams, and call you on your stuff when needed and things of that sort. So, and make sure you're not playing it small. All right. So change is uncomfortable, and that's just going to be part of the process. People who are successful, guess what? They had to go through the change too. And it wasn't that they were, not fearful or any of those things. I believe they probably had these same beliefs, these same things holding them back, but guess what? They pushed through. So you have to learn to be able to endure and push through. So again, understanding what your vision is for your life and your business, and your business needs to support this vision. So when it gets hard, this is where you return to. Okay. So when you want to give up, write that vision, put it in front of you. So I'm going to give you some action steps for tonight, and we're about to wrap it up. Does anybody have any questions? Yes, we can't afford to play it small no more. We can't afford to play it small. So definitely. And stuff. So, and we can't afford to start big and then, slow down, because I know that's been me. I've been guilty of that myself, going full speed. So once you hit that momentum, be able to leverage that momentum and keep going with it and stuff. So that's why it's important that you identify what's working also in your business and what's not. So of course, we're going to talk about more of that throughout this challenge. But like I said, I didn't want to keep you guys too long. So I have some homework assignments for you based off of what we covered today, right? And like I said, there are some giveaways. So y'all want to make sure y'all hang out with me for the next, 5 days. But more importantly, that you do the work. If you know somebody else, like I said, that is playing it small, and you know that they need some accountability, we need to be able to focus and hit their goals and their dream. Invite them to the group. Invite them to the accountability group, right? Okay. And so our homework assignment, which I'll post in the what's name, is to write down your goal. So most of you did it on here. If you listen to the replay, write down your goal, write down your compelling vision for your life. And I want you to put it somewhere where you can see it daily. Okay. And then for your assignment for the participation, you want to take a picture of that and post it in the group. And I'll put there'll be a thread that says day 1 challenge. And like I said, tomorrow I'm gonna start doing some giveaways and stuff. So I hope you guys got value from this. And just to repeat that one more time, just pretty much what we covered today is write down your goal, realistically what you can be able to accomplish over the next 90 days, or what it is that you want to focus on for the next 5 days. And if you're one of those ones and you struggle to hit your goals, don't write a lot of goals out. Don't overwhelm yourself. Okay, so you gotta know who you are and what you're actually capable of doing. There's a difference between stretching yourself, but there's a difference when you set too many goals and it becomes overwhelming and then you do nothing. So make sure hey, I say 1 to 3 goals, but if you can't do 3 goals, 1 goal, and that's why we talked about the other 7 areas of your life. Okay, and again, write down that vision and put it where you can see it daily. Take a picture and put it in the group for the participation and stuff. And again, so like I said, if it's an income goal, be specific with any of your goals. Make sure the goal has an outcome. Be specific about what it is that you want, so we can measure it and actually create an action plan to get there. So let me just see real quick. Tomorrow is actually about creating an action plan, because like I said, we are here to do the work. I'm not here to give you some fluff and some of the ideas of what to do. I want you to actually leave here with an action plan, a blueprint on what it is that you need to do. Okay, so you can take what we're doing over the next 5 days, and be able to apply it to any goal. All right, so I hope you guys got some value out of that. And I will see you guys inside the group unless anybody has any questions. I'm going to give it 2 minutes. I know there's a lag time. So if you have questions, put them in there if you need me to clarify anything. Thank you, Jackie. All right. Just making sure we are good. All right, so y'all come back then tomorrow ready to put an action plan in place. All right, you are welcome, Lee. You guys have a good night. And for my replay viewers, remember #replay and share your feedback in the comments, and do the homework. Do the work. You got to do the work. Commit to doing the work. See you guys tomorrow.